Yeah, I know. So that's why I just kept the swing trade really small. But I do have some of my VIX VXX. I did sell some puts. I sell some puts or calls. I can't remember. Anyway, I sold some 50, no, was it 50 calls? I sold some calls, the 50 strike for end of the week, um, thinking that the VIX is going to start to come in here. So I've sold a lot of those.
Hey guys,
I think I still
I
have
just want
two
to
of them.
show with you all my setup that I use.
Sold them for about three and a
Swing
half
trade,
bucks, really small.
375 each.
So I'm still thinking the VIX is probably going to come in a bit, or is going to stay a little bit lower. See, this is where I'm thinking we're going to maybe get a bit of a rally here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Yes.
look at that drop. I mean, I was saying, Brian, that we normally get a pull up sometime in the afternoon. If you look back, we've always had sort of a drive up. Now, it doesn't mean it's held that, but it's always driven up in the afternoon at some point. So yesterday, like Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, if you go back, it's done that every day. Today, maybe the first day we don't get pull up. We'll see. I mean, there's still 30 minutes left. Maybe this is it.
Yes. This is it.
This is it.
No, I think if we go by the way the market generally has been operating, I think we are probably going to get a rally.
Hmm.
But that's just a guess on my part at this point.
Yeah, we can't do much more
Not
than guess,
I'm
though, can we? I mean, it's been so
no,
unpredictable.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not making any
You're not making any
bets.
promises?
I'm not making any promises. Um, kind of looking at. I'm kind of looking at Square. It's trying to hold this
Take it
5150
square.
level.
5170.
If the market
No.
comes, yeah, it's at 5170 now, so gives you a level to trade against. But it's really going to be a function of whether we get a bounce back on the SPY here.
Right. So for
RH
everybody on
is bouncing back.
YouTube, my name is Peter. I'm at the bottom, right up above me there. You can see Brian. If you're in our chat room, you can only see Brian. You have to go to YouTube to see me because I'm only streaming through YouTube, my camera. So, but yeah, welcome. It's a down afternoon here, and it was really choppy.
It
Brian,
is.
before you joined, I was saying like we were watching. If you look, I mean, it's a little deceptive. You look at the SPY, it looked like it had some motion, but for the most part, take a look at most stocks. They were really just moving sideways ever since about 1 o'clock, and then we got this sell off. I stepped away, and then what the heck happened? Everything sold off in about
I,
12
I
minutes.
stepped in the room and we went to hell in a handbasket.
If you had that level of power, you really should use it for good instead of evil. It's because with
Yeah,
great
that's
power
yeah,
comes great responsibility, as Spidey likes to say.
exactly. Well, that is true, Jennifer. I mean, there is, but I think as far as Square goes for the long term, I mean, a friend of mine asked me what if you were going to throw money in the market and kind of forget about it for 2 years. They kind of ask, what would you be looking at? And Square is actually on my list. Apple is on my list. Um, MU or AMD. I think you could take either of those. Microsoft. I mean, these are all solid companies. You go look at companies with lots of cash on hand and good business models that they're going to stand up. Square has some interesting technology stuff that they've been doing. So I kind of feel like Square would be a good one for the long term. I'm talking about a year or more out.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to the room earlier today, Brian, about that, and we were talking about where we think the markets were going, and difference of
Yeah.
opinions between various of us as to what the long-term futures bring. But I mean, really, none of us knows. This is unprecedented times, and
Hmm.
I do think. I do think that global economies are going to be having significant challenges over the next decade as a result of this virus.
Oh,
Because
no
again, I
question.
just look at the unfettered spending, which we need to do. Like, don't get me wrong. I think that what is being done now in terms of medical support, and then like in Canada specifically, we're providing a lot of income subsidy for those that are losing their jobs as a result. There's it sort of needs to be done just to keep everybody calm, right? I mean, with people losing their jobs
Yeah.
and the desperation could set in. We certainly don't want to see like we saw during the Great Depression with bread lines around the street and stuff. But
No.
at some point, right, the piper comes calling, as they say, and you've got to, we got to pay the
Yes.
bill. So, when that time comes, it's going to be a big bill.
Yeah. It's going to be a bill for the ages.
Yeah, no kidding. For those on YouTube,
So I
we're also
did.
sharing. Sorry, we're sharing the room chat as well, so you can sort of see some of the conversation that happens. So that is on your far left hand side of the screen.
I did take a little bit of a trade on Square. I'm just
Okay.
hoping that we continue to push higher here. Yep. Got in at 75.
I was going to say you called it right around here when I thought it was 70-ish. So hopefully it goes up for you.
Yep. I was going to take some off around 52. I'm hoping we can get a move there.
Just what did it do? Didn't even quite touch 52, did it? 2 cents away.
Yeah.
See if now. There you go.
All right, here you go. Yeah, I got out some 52. Okay, Peppo, have a good one.
Well done. Well done, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah. Little scalp there.
John, you need a break in your utilities, internet, and insurance. Yeah, it's funny because things that I even wasn't expecting. I was balancing my checkbook, so to speak, looking at my account yesterday, and the gym membership that I've got, they did not charge me for my last gym membership withdrawal. So I'm like, all right, well, fair enough. I didn't have access to the gym for the last 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
I actually expected them to charge anyways, but they didn't. So I'll give them credit on that front.
Yeah, I have a yoga membership, and they sent me a email saying that they were suspending all charges.
That's good.
Charging for yeah. Well,
That's good
what are they
because
going to do?
I mean those are all small businesses essentially, and they're struggling to survive here as well. So credit to them,
Yeah,
I guess,
totally.
for doing their best to help their members out in this time. But
Yeah, so I've subscribed to their online to help them and help me too. I need all the help I can get here.
now I'm expecting you to put back on your Sergeant Pepper's jacket because you need a little help from your friends.
Oh yeah, there you go. You're back in a sec.
Excellent. So, guys, we were making fun of Andrew. For those of you that might not have been in the room, I can't remember when this was. Did I say Andrew? I mean Brian. He just one day he was on camera with his jacket, and I'm like, "You look just like you came off the album cover for Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band." If you remember that old Beatles album. Maybe what I'll do is. Sergeant Pepper's. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, here's the album cover from Sergeant Pepper's. We'll see how. Oh, you're going a little steampunky on me though, there, Brian.
You gotta love it, eh? Well,
Your
you know,
mic
John
is
Nigerian.
your mic's away from your mouth there. So,
John
oh,
Nigerian was on a thing on. I guess it was like a webinar type thing, and he had his steampunk stuff on. So I figured I better put mine on too.
okay.
I can't see anything now.
This- Jason, this is
What
exactly
the
what you
hell
pay a
is
membership for. How would you not want to be part of a room where he's dressing in costume now? All right, I'll get rid of Sergeant Pepper's here.
Now I can't wear my. I better
Yeah.
take this off.
Oh my goodness. I hope somebody took a screenshot of that.
Here you go.
Was this Brian? It looked like here. It looks sort of like this was the look you were going for. Is that what you were going for?
I can't see.
Oh.
Look, I came back and my square trade's up, so better take more off.
Oh my goodness. All right, that was awesome.
Well, you reminded me. There you go. We gotta liven the room up a bit here. Oh yeah, so Spy's coming back up. Well, this is my only hat, and actually, no, it's right. Yeah, here we go. Get out of this. No, this is not my only
Nice trade.
steampunk hat. I have another one. Here's my other one. So I made these, and to show you what I'm doing with my time. Actually made these. I made them out of EV foam.
Oh yeah.
I just followed the instructions on YouTube.
and why not? You know, Brian, it's you got a spare evening. That's what you can do with your time.
Yep. What the heck? I'm a man. What can I tell you? I'm a man of many talents.
That you are. That you most certainly are. Wow,
Yes.
look at that drop. Did you get stopped out in SQ? That was quite a little pop down
No,
there.
I actually took the rest of it off right at the 20 moving average there.
Ah, good for you.
I came up on a 5 minute. So
Okay.
now
Good.
I could put my
Nice little trade on SQ. Well done.
yeah, it's okay. Abbott's right back to previous day close. What do we got here? SPY has come up a bit. Looks like it's slowing down here.
Abbott's got to be disappointing for those that really thought it was going to run. It had a pop after hours when apparently it was their logo was featured on a box that was sitting on the podium beside the president. I think Mac had shared in the room here, shared earlier a picture. Here it is. Shared a picture there where
Who are you showing these pictures? Oh, are you showing it on YouTube? Because I don't see it in the main chat.
Yeah, sorry, I'm showing it on YouTube, but you can see it has the
Link
Abbott
to
Labs
YouTube.
has the Abbott Labs logo. I'm also showing it in a room, I guess, on the screen that I'm sharing. If you see the screen I'm sharing.
All right. Yeah.
But anyways, it has this Abbott Labs logo on it and just sat on the podium for a good 15 minutes before the news conference started. So that gave the stock a pump after hours. But you can see if you look back here in Abbott, it got that pump after hours yesterday, but didn't hold it. So just dropped right back to yesterday's close, and it's sort of been hanging out there all day today.
BA looks like it's about to lose this 149.70 level. It's struggling.
What are you looking at, sorry?
I'm just looking at BA. It looks like it's just about It looks like it's ready to flush. It's either going to flush or bounce back, one of the two. It's just hanging right at this.
Yes.
There you go. There's my prediction.
There's
Either going to go up or down.
very bold. It's either going up or down, or maybe sideways.
Yeah, or possibly it could just drop here. I think it's going to drop. Just feels it feels heavy. Just watching. I am not taking a trade in that.
We got you covered on the sideways there, Mac. Going to go backwards. It will. I don't even know how it would do that exactly. I wouldn't be surprised in these markets. Anything can happen. Watching
Yeah, so there you go. So
AMD, see if maybe there's a scalp in AMD here. It's
I think the market's gonna. It's struggling here. I think. I still have a gut feel that BA is going to drop here. Oh, maybe not. So it got above the 9 moving average, the SPY, and now it's trying to hold it from above.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, this hat cost me about $15 in supplies and
but a lifetime of enjoyment.
Countless hours.
Countless hours of fun.
I'm sure if I'd have bought one and then figured out how much time it took, I probably was saving about $3 an hour or something like that. I was making about $3 an hour. But it's the joy of making something like this.
So I took a little short on AMD, trying to get a scalp, like I mentioned.
Okay.
We'll see if I can get a drop here. I'll put a pretty tight stop on it.
I can't read which way the market's going to go here. It's
bouncing back.
Yeah, it does. I kind of feel like it's going to go higher. It's going to squeeze.
It's what it usually does. AMD was looking weak.
It's what it usually does.
It's what it usually does.
But but AMD, the problem I see with AMD on this chart, in the 5, let me look at a 5-minute. Well, it's not quite as extended from the 9 moving average. Oh, here goes SPY, and BA is about to give up the ghost here. No, maybe not. Just so solid right here at this 149.
Really not dropping. I'm going to take an early partial here, just in case.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah. Your level that you could hope to get to would be a sort of 45.25-ish.
Exactly. I'm in at 45.53, so I'm sort of hoping for 45.53 to make it a nice 30-cent move. I took a 10-cent partial just because I got 11 cents on it, but just because it really wasn't breaking 45.40. A little early because I had a 10-cent risk on it.
Nice short on CCL, Urbano. Nice one.
Let's see what Urbano's
just caught that. Yeah, that was a nice...
I got all these steampunk images on my PC here. I got to get rid of them. They're confusing me.
Yeah, got a nice cover on that first leg down, and then nice, very nice.
Excellent.
Sure, it's short Microsoft. Whoa, here we go. Here's the next.
Taking a partial.
Here's your flush, and there goes.
Partial on AMD.
There goes BA. Good. You're right back down at support here for BA. Could actually, you could take a trade here long for a bounce.
be a little aggressive in this market to tick along immediately there.
Well, you got a level of trade against. It does look. It looks like it's a little on the weak side. But this is where you'll get a bounce, both on the SPY and on AMD. So I did take a trade on that.
That was quite a spike. I did not like that whatsoever. Mac, yeah, you think I used my massive volume to be able to manipulate AMD that trades 76 million shares so far today? that was me with the 300,000 share order that went through. I wish. I could only wish.
Well, let's see what the SPY does here. It came back down, sort of tested a level. Now it's trying to see if we can do a bounce here.
Excellent. Excellent. Looks like I might get stopped out on this. Wow, after such a nice 30-cent move.
So you're trading against me. I'm taking some off here. 49.
On AMD?
Yes.
You're trading against me. What are you talking about?
I told you. I was telling you this is where it's going to bounce.
Darn it.
And I was also watching the SPY too. It pulled back and then it looked like it held.
Exactly. I sold all those shares to push it down, and then you go in with massive size to bounce it back up. I mean, come on. Should be careful. Somebody's going to think we're serious out there, that we're manipulating stocks. But
it's the magic.
It's
AMD, the magic hat.
We wouldn't have a hope of moving AMD.
I should sell these trading hats. They bring you luck.
That's right. Magic trading hats. And a free bottle of snake oil with every hat.
Yeah, and you can sell your your magic 8 balls.
Magic 8-ball trade.
We'll sell that.
That's right. Yeah. I will give you flawless market predictions. Yeah. Will AMD go lower than 520 today? The Magic 8-ball says.
The hat and the ball.
Magic 8-ball says. My sources say no. Magic 8-ball says no.
We sell the hat. We sell the hat and the ball combination. Magic trading hat and you're trading your 8-ball.
Yeah.
That will tell you which way the market will go. We'll get on one of those private jets.
Ironically, I've owned this. I had this delivered a week ago, and it's been a joke in the room ever since, because so far it hasn't been wrong. So I don't know what to take of that, but we'll see. So I asked it, Magic 8-ball, if AMD was going to go below 520. It said no. It's got 6.5 minutes to see if it can go good. So we'll see what happens here.
Well, it actually did go below 420, didn't it?
Well,
Let's see here on this candle.
Come on, I just asked it, so it's got to go below now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you see, you already got the answer. It made a low of 45.16.
Mm-hmm. I didn't catch that. My partial was at 45.21. Looks like I might get stopped out. Do you still have some shares, Brian, in AMD?
No, I sold them all. Oh, okay. I figured it's at this point, I'll just take the money and run. 2 little green trades here. Look, it's Square actually made a nicer move higher.
Wow, and you're right, guys.
Above 50.
Microsoft is dropping here.
Microsoft is hitting the skids, as they say.
It's bouncing back here quite heavily. Got my stop in, guys.
Wow, it really,
My automated stop is in on AMD, so I don't have to worry about it.
Restoration Hardware is ripping. Oh, look at Square go now.
Square.
Tisk tisk.
Take a peek at Square here. God, that came within a penny of stopping me out. Yeah, I see. Square. You would have been stopped out though, Brian. It went below your entry.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's unrealistic to think I would have stuck with that trade.
Wow, this is really quite. I'm not sure what the guys. I don't know what to wish for. I'd like to get more money out of this trade, but I also want the magic 8 ball to be right. So here we go. Okay, I just got stopped out. So yeah. Darn it. All right. Well, I got stopped out of the rest of that, but I got 2 good partials. Well, one quick partial and then 1 good one.
The magic 8 ball still may be right. Give it time. We still have 4 minutes left.
Yep, 4 minutes. This is fun trading with props. What are we gonna do tomorrow, Brian? We're gonna keep stepping up the game here.
I don't know. I better pull out my EV foam. That's all I can say. Start working on some.
Brian's doing arts and crafts all night, trying to make something for us in the morning.
Yeah. Make this. We'll really make this channel into something. We can do arts and crafts after the market closes. What a way to be a prop trader.
Yeah. Speaking of after the market closes,
that brings a whole new meaning to prop trader.
Yeah, but a bunch. BlackBerry's reporting. When is that?
Exactly, Chris. Yeah. So it looks like we are going to finish down on the day. I see all the Chinese stocks are green on the screen. K-Web's up. Billy is up. Baba's up. Baidu's up. JD. LK. I think all that. There's some positive news on the economics report they had. Came out.
So normally after the close, we stick around to see if there's any earnings. No real earnings. I don't see any companies reporting that I'm particularly interested in. Verint Systems.
Nothing too exciting.
No. PaySign. But we don't normally trade those. BlackBerry. I have actually traded BlackBerry in the past, but not anytime recently. I take a look. I can't imagine. Well, they're just barely still in business, anyways.
Yes, true.
Mere shadow of what they once were. I use them when I teach classes sometimes. Warnings
As
about how to mismanage a company.
Well, it couldn't have been worse than Nortel.
Yeah, well, the Nortel's a different story, but yes, it has the same outcome, I guess. Well, a worse outcome, actually. Yeah. Even worse.
It's funny, because I owned Bell Canada shares.
Mm-hmm.
I got a piece of Nortel when they spun Nortel off.
Bell Northern Research, right? Yeah. BNR.
Yep. And then I sold my Nortel shares when they were up over $100. So I looked like a genius on that trade.
So Bell spun off something called Bell Northern Research, BNR, which was headquartered here in Ottawa, where I live, and I actually went to work for them, but after the merger. So they merged then with a company called Northern Telecom to create Nortel, and we used to joke BNR actually stood for the Big Nerd Ranch. And you could tell anybody that came from BNR because they were the ones that would walk around in Teva sandals and socks even in the middle of winter. So I mean, and it was clear you could tell the cultural. It took a long time to culturally integrate, but yeah, The Northern Telecom people usually wore suits, and the BNR guys wore pocket protectors and Tifa sandals with socks. So,
And that's the way you could tell them apart.
yeah, yeah, for a long time, anyways. For a
All
long
right.
time.
Well, it looks like
Look at that! Wow.
ripping into the
Yeah.
close here.
I didn't get my bell.
Yeah.
Where's my bell to close the day? I need my
Yeah.
closing. Oh, I
The
didn't
BA
reset it.
really didn't flush as much as I had expected it would. It really only lost.
There, a little late.
They went out at 149.12, so it really wasn't a. I was expecting a couple dollars based on how long it was holding that 150 level. But it just goes to show you, you just never know.
That is true. Okay, well, with that, guys.
All right.
We don't.
With that, I will put my hat away for another day.
So on
Chris.
YouTube, they're asking if they become a member, do they get access to the strat room? Yes, absolutely. That's one of the big bonuses.
Absolutely.
It's one of the big. How would you this is what you want to do. You want to be part of this fun all day, every day.
Yep. Absolutely. We do the pre-market show starts at 8:30. We have our moderators that are usually, unless they're on vacation, Carlos and Norm, do pre-market show starts around 8:30 Eastern time, and after that we get into the trading day. We identify stocks we're looking at, then we get into the trading day, and throughout the day we have various moderators coming on. Eamon talks about trend trading. Thor talks about some of his trades. Peter's usually on all day, and then we have been doing the close. It's a little bit lighter, I guess, but still got a few trades off into the close here. So
yeah, a couple of good ones for each of us. Well, I only got one, but I think you got 2 trades off. Both worked out, so that was good.
Yep. Both were Square and AMD, and so sometimes there's opportunities, and sometimes there is not. There's almost always opportunities in the morning as the markets open, but sometimes we get into a lot of chop in the into the close, and it's just hard to identify patterns. In this case, we had some nice setups on double bottoms and reversals from oversold conditions that were very tradable today. So had some opportunities. Just have to know when to take them and when not. Just sit on the sideline. So, all right. Well, that's it.
Great. Well, thanks, Brian. Thank you for being here, and thanks for the outfits, man. That's makes it all worth. Well, there you go. That's
Holograph going on. Right? You probably can't see it. It's like it goes between a guy and a skull. So, all right, Peter, we'll undoubtedly see you in the morning. Everybody out there, stay safe. Social distance. I think it sounds like in a lot of areas, this social distancing is starting to things to improve, but we cannot stop doing it now. We must follow through. Keep doing it, and hopefully we'll get the better of this virus, and we'll look forward to better days ahead.
Yes, indeed. Hopefully, as you say, that will happen soon. So, but on that, guys, we had another good day of trading. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for being in the room. We love having you here. It's always a lot of fun. And you know what? We'll be back tomorrow morning, as Brian said. We always have the pre-market show at 8:30. I open the room at 7:30 with the scanners. We trade right through to the close. Have a good one. Don't. I'll enjoy your hat, Brian, and we will.
I shall, and we'll have to come up with another prop for tomorrow. All right.
All right. On YouTube, I've put up the I've put up the community announcement chart that gives you the discounts, 40% off lifetime. If you do the single payment with the code St. Patrick's. If you just wanted to try it, the 1 week trial, please feel free. Use that 1 week trial with the discount code of premarket24. It's applicable anytime. But hopefully you'll join us as a lifetime member. It's well worth it. And then we've got some seminars you can see coming up. Ed Martin's with us, or actually that was last week. This week we've got Steve Goldstein, he'll be talking to us tomorrow, 6 p.m. So that's for all of our lifetime members. And then I'm doing a seminar about how to use the lightning bolt pattern. So that'll be next week. And then the week after, Brian Shannon, we're talking about anchored VWAP short-term trading. So some good guests and some good seminars. So look forward to having you with us for that. And to everyone in the room who's been saying bye, Hilti, Mario, Farad, R.A., Venla, Art, of course, Alexander, Chris, Hans, Jay, I can't get to you all. So everyone I missed, Chris MC, Steve, Sean, Urbano, Jennifer, I'm just going back here, every single one of you. Thanks so much. Take care. Talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for being part of our community, and we'll see you in the morning. Bye for now.